Christian from Coastal Survival. We're going to get the standard 3x3 bushcraft or survival tarp out now and open it up and show you a real quick way to put it up, or immediately what you need to do in a survival situation. We're not talking about a planned camping trip where you've been off and found the perfect spot. Maybe someone's broken their ankle, twisted their ankle, something's happened where you've got to immediately sit down in that position or in that location. You can't move too far, maybe not sit down, but you're fixed to that position and you need to get cover straight away. Maybe the elements have started being disfavourable and it's raining, it's windy, okay, so we'll take it out, and first thing we want to do is work with the elements, okay. So we'll presume, because the camera's over there, that the wind's coming this way, and we're in the middle of winter and the cold will fall downhill on a slight slope as well. So the wind's coming from this way, the cold's going to fall down this way. I want my back to the wind, okay? Especially when it's really windy. When I open my tarp, I don't want it blowing up into my face. I want it to go away from me, okay? So all we're going to do is take it out, and I'm going to hold on to it in case it's windy. I'm going to hold on to one corner, okay? And I'm going to take it out away from me just with one corner. And put a peg straight into the ground. There's eyelets on this, and also there's fixing points of cord, so straight through the eyelet, straight into the ground, okay. Bring my guy lines with me, bring my everything with me, and you can imagine it's not as nice as this to wear, but the wind's blowing away. So what I'm going to do now is go down. Wind's blowing this way, wind's blowing this way. You can see there's a bit of mud on the tarp. I'm just going to get the other corner, or one of the other corners. See that that's the other corner. I'm going to take another tent peg out, okay, and then go straight back over to here. The wind's blowing that way. Peg that straight down to the ground. Go and just check to see that there's no sticks underneath it. Okay. In an ideal situation, we would have cleared the ground, got rid of all the sticks, but we've got to remember we're doing this as quickly as we can. That is now pegged right down to the ground. If we need to, we can put our kit underneath there. We can literally pull this over our head and we can come down this way. And literally get you and the casualty underneath. And if need be, until you've got a pole up, okay, you just have to sit like that until the weather breaks. But now we want to get something above our head. So what we can do now, stop this blowing all over the place. Okay, take another peg. I'm going to try and do this with minimal pegs and the minimal amount of guidelines. Okay? Find the other corner. Okay, this is just real temporary. If there was someone sat underneath that now, we'd have it a little bit looser. I'm just going to peg this down. Now I can put my peg back, my guidelines bang on there. Take out another peg, and that's only 4 pegs we've used. Get rid of any great big sticks that are in our way straight away. The rest of the wood that's on the floor in there is only keeping dry for firewood now anyway. So there we go, we can't get in any closer to that hedge line there. So now we can take that out, tighten it right up. I say, if need be now, we can just lift off one of those pegs and get underneath it. We want to try and give it some sort of elevation now, and that's the next thing we'll do. If you've got trees, it's really cool to be able to tie off to, but you won't always have trees, so sometimes a stick is maybe what all you'll have, and it's always good when you're out and about anyway to get a what they call a journeying stick, or if you can, some sort of pole straight away, normally as high as yourself. There's a bit of an old hedge up here, so we might be able to find something. And there we go, it's got any strength in it. A little bit, it's not perfect, but we can improve. And it's all about addressing your shelter, your fire, your water and your food as quickly as you can, but as adequately as you can, but not thinking about that we have to make this perfect straight away, starting to get stressed out, okay? We just want it as easy as we can, and that's as simple, just pegging it by 4 corners and just getting underneath it. There'll still be enough slack in there to cool in underneath and put that above your head, okay? And I've been in situations where the wind's so bad on the mountain, that is as high as it gets, okay? But now, all we need to do is peg up the middle, okay? So we need to move one of these pegs from the corner and tie a guy line onto it if we can. So we get one of the guy lines out. Nice big hanks, loose hanks. So it's really easy even with mittens to undo. There's loads of ways of hanking rope, but that's how I've always done it on a boat. Easy when it's under stress. Right, I'll do this. Sometimes they have central eyelets, this one hasn't. This has got one on the corner there, or well, halfway on the quarters, okay? So, I've covered this in the other videos, how to do the bowline, and to make sure that none of our knots are fixed to our tarp. And we can do all this, all these knots, as I said in the other videos, back at home, straight through there. Just getting caught up on a little bit of secure that bowline. And this one has still got the adjusters on it, so we're going to take those off in a second. So that knot didn't want to go through there. If you find that it's too big, your knot to go through, push it through and pull it onto itself, and don't worry about it going through. Right, there's one guy line attached, okay? We could have just come off of that corner, I suppose, looking at it. So, we've still got that great big loop, and that's why we leave a nice big loop. If you've got a stick that's got a notch on it, all the better. If not, and you haven't, do a lark's foot, put it onto it, and you should, as long as there's a little bit of friction on that stick, get enough friction to hold that. We'll take that one out. We'll put that one up. Okay. We'll bring this one down with another peg, which is where you check all of your kit. As I say, when you buy it, get it out of the bag, make sure you've got enough pegs, enough guy line, and if you haven't got this type of cord which we're using, the paracord, for multiple reasons, again, change it. Okay, let's see if we can got enough cord on this as well. We're talking about being able to adjust it from inside the tarp, okay? There's not enough cord on that to be able to do that. The good thing again, this lark's foot, it's a knot that easily slips and comes undone. And you're going to find that until you get it perfect, you're going to want to keep probably adjusting, readjusting, okay? And that's why everything wants to be able to slip on and off. We'll come a little bit lower, go right over that stick. A little bit lower to the ground. Just want to be able to get underneath it for now. Find our level up there. Tighten that. And if the ground is loose, you can get a little bit to stick in the ground. That's all the better. Right. Don't think we've got enough line. So for this tarp, this is an Alp kit tarp. This came with this amount of cord and these guy lines on. I'd want to double those, okay? They're probably about 1.5 meters long. I'm going to extend those for my kit to about 3 meters, so we can definitely bring them all the way back up, okay? But for now, okay, we'll go round there, push the peg in a little bit, try not to kneel down on the ground in case there's anything sharp. Just go round it twice, okay? Once you round it twice, you can use your toe, push it down, okay? And then way of securing that, go round like that, and then the slip knot on there, okay? And that, I say that piece of plastic was on there already, and that tightens up, okay? It's not going to last forever, it will give way in the wind, but I just want to be able to get in under my shelter straight away. Now, as we can see with this one, it would have been better to put it on there. And the beauty of this is, it takes 2 seconds to move, and if you can't move your shelter this quickly and make adjustments, it's no good because the weather changes that quickly, okay? Back off. you think you can have someone there now, got a little bit upset, twisted their ankle, it's a little bit cold, maybe they're starting to go into shock a little bit. We want to get them right out the element, and we need to be able to show them, look how quick this is, look how, you know, I'm so well practiced at this, there's no problem at all, get in. Right, okay, so as we know we have got a little notch on there, we can easily put that over our loop, okay, put that down, and we've got spare guidelines anyway because we've only actually used one for this, so we could extend that. The weather was really bad, tie another one to the end of this, and then we can do the extension so we can tie it from inside the tarp. Round there, in a little bit, round twice, and there you go, that little plastic adjuster, like I say, which do work, you can use them if you like. I find them a bit of a pain. It's already tied what I call a wind knot there. Back up to that, through, and through, and just check, and again, slips like that. There you go. Easy. And again, there's loads of different ways of doing it, but the quickest way is going to probably be the best, and then again we can look at improving it, we can take it up in the air if the weather gets good. But what I definitely want is one side fixed down to the floor, the wind side. Okay, on a nice day it doesn't matter if the wind comes underneath, but when you're cold, you're limited on resources, you're limited on food, you might not be able to have a fire, you definitely want to keep the wind off of you. So fix it down to the ground wind side, okay, get up as quick as you can, and remember all the slip knots.